Hello YouTube. I'm making this video today on a very serious subject that hits close to home. I have a friend named Robin Ariel Holgate. I have known this individual for over 10 years and first met him in a chat room, his chat room. He had one of the chat channels, Yahoo. We've remained friends for over 10 years. I was a regular visitor to his room on a regular basis, and we used to talk and talk and talk. Even after everybody else had left the room, we would talk for hours. And we have remained friends over the years. And we've always talked and talked and talked. Last year, about a year or so ago, I lost contact with my friend. Didn't know why. I couldn't find him anywhere. I finally found him again a couple of weeks ago, and I was very happy to meet him. We both have webcams, so we could actually see each other for the first time in 10 years. We started talking, and been talking nonstop. To find out my friend was accused of a crime he never committed and never happened. He lives in Clovis, New Mexico, and he's had his life taken away from him, his jobs, everything he holds dear to him has been taken away. Even I think his civil rights were violated. He's also an author of a book on aliens and UFOs, which was brought into his case, which I have no idea why they would bring up a book that had nothing to do with the charges that were brought against him. I think it tainted his case. He is an innocent man. The crime never happened. Anybody out there who hears my voice and hears this video needs to help him. Somebody needs to help him. Lawyers, law firm, somebody. He'll talk to you. You're free to call him. He has a web channel. He's got a Facebook page, Robin Ariel Holgate. He's also Ariel Chaser Raw on YouTube. He has a YouTube channel. He's an up-and-coming country and western singer. Yes, he sings from the heart. And I've listened to him, and he's great. But he needs help. This crime, it happened, never happened. It's tearing him apart. His world has been torn apart by what happened to him. And I think it's totally unfair that a man's life be destroyed by someone who was greedy and had running their private own agendas. If anybody out there is a lawyer, a law firm, and a defender of justice, somebody needs to look at his case. He's just looking for somebody to help him. He's broke. They've taken everything away from him. He barely has an income. And he would love somebody to listen to him. He can't get any lawyers in Clovis to take his case because it's the good old boy system. They've been told not to touch his case and stay away from the case, in my opinion. That's why he can't get nobody. And the ones he does find, they want a big buttload of money he ain't got. There's evidence there to exonerate him. Evidence was brought in. And to my understanding, the child that was involved in this case changed his story several times. And in fact, in open court, he said to the first time that nothing happened. Then over time, the child was prompted and coached to lie. How many times have we heard that? On TV every day. About people being children and grown adults lying in court just for greed. I sincerely think my friend is innocent. He did nothing wrong. He just wants his life back. If somebody out there hears this, please, he'll talk to anybody, get in contact with, talk to him. He's just looking for somebody to give him a second chance. That's all he needs. If I had $1 million, I would give it to him and hire a lawyer to defend him. Because this man has no life anymore. That's why he sings songs now. He writes of what happened to him. He tries to write to forget how his life has been destroyed. I wrote a song. I wrote a poem, and he's going to put it to song, and it's been copyrighted by me. And he will be singing it. It's called Imperfect Justice. Governor, Governor, you are a man of power. Governor, Governor, Hear this appeal. One man stands before thee in false judgment, while she who deceives is given a reprieve. Governor, governor, your honor, do you not hear? He stands accused, a soul shaken and shackled. He stands alone, with only God as his witness, and the sword of innocence as his defense. Governor, governor, man of honor, how does one repeal? Do you not hear? Our founding fathers would be shocked for what passes for law gone off half-cocked. Only in these times of great confusion, to innocence is given a contusion. The keepers of the wisdom take the written law to mock. My heart just aches for those who went to the stakes. You wouldn't think we have learned from history's mistakes. I often read, never again but again, the trolls of deceit have enchanted those of us with vision. The demons of fire again take another innocent victims to the flames. Modern day witch hunts have taken a wicked turn. The legacy of hate and deceit who claimed so many so long ago is again allowed to make a folly and get their jollies. Ancient horrors again are revisited. Again, people with too much power are put in ivory towers. And again, the lust of power and greed, it withstands, sends innocent people to the gallows, all in the quest of deception and the shadows. Again, good people's names are put on a list. Only a public outrage can be staged. To disciples of darkness who can be thrown into the light. Only because we are not all the same, and not all of us have the same aim. But we are different, but we are tame. But that's what makes us fair game. Lady Justice must truly be blind, for faith and hope have both died. When the people who wear the robes sit in shame, who do we blame? They cannot see the truth when they refuse to leave the darkness, when the light of justice has gone out. She plots deceit, all who will hear. She brings them near just to endear. Our world is a constant turmoil, turned up to a boil. How can we stop what happens around the world and abroad when we can't take the time to see what passes for justice here in America? When stage lies and deceit is okay by the old guard, another person's greed becomes justified to suit the need to see another's heart break and bleed. If absolute power corrupts, then the system has truly gone bankrupt. They say history always repeats itself, and I now am a believer. Why do innocents have to suffer when the guardians of the justice run rampant without a buffer? Our system for the people and by the people have gone by the wayside and died. I'm not anti-government. I'm not against the establishment. I'm not anti-cop. And I'm not against the courts. But sometimes mistakes are made. And a big mistake has been made in this case. I think they did wrong. The people who were pointing their fingers are the people who are guilty. Made up lies just to get what they wanted out of him. And they did. They took everything away from him. His own son wasn't even allowed to testify in his father's defense. That's how they wanted to shut him up. Just because he's an outspoken person. And there's nothing wrong with being an outspoken person. We all have our moments. When we have our inner voices tells you, we need to talk and speak out. Yes, he's an author of a book on UFOs and aliens, and that's nothing wrong with that. We all have our personal beliefs. And believe me, I believe in UFOs and aliens, and alien visitations and abductions, you name it, I believe in it. Does it make me crazy, strange, a weird, freakazoid? Somebody needs to be locked up, padded, shut up, gagged, whatever you want to use. There's nothing wrong with me. I bought his book. I read it. And I do believe in his experience. And there's nothing wrong with him being outspoken. I think he was There's an underlying something's going on here that doesn't make sense. Why would somebody be accused of a crime he didn't commit, and then he can't even write his book he wanted to write about his second installment of the book? I think somebody wanted to shut him up, and I don't know who. But if anybody out there hears my video and listens to it, you can get him through his Facebook page and his YouTube channel. Like I said, he's a country western singer. He sings a lot of songs. He's great. Ariel Chaser Raw. He's one of my subs on my page. If you're interested in talking to him, just leave me a message here on my page. Or you can just directly get him at airchaser_raw at yahoo.com. He would love to hear you. If you want to help him with his case, or if you're a lawyer or law firm, he would love to hear from you. He has new evidence. It will exonerate him. He needs to be pardoned. He needs to have his life back. And I think truly he does. He needs to have his life back. It is unfair what he's been accused of. And like I said, I'm not anti-law, anti-cop, because I know cops are some of my best friends. I get along with them. But in this case, I think they were wrong. Justice was wrong. People did not want to listen to him. This man needs to be given a break and his second chance. What has been done to him is totally unfair, and it makes my heart break, because I see a lot of stuff in the world today. It's just wrong. You know, why is guilty people being let free, and when the innocents are sitting there and like, ugh, look what happened to my life. You destroyed it. Oh well, tough luck. He's had his life destroyed by a greedy person. And I believe in karma. And I do believe karma comes around. What goes around comes around. And Lady Karma, she comes around. And I think Robin has a chance. If he's given a chance, he can prove he's innocent. Nothing happened. He needs to be exonerated so he can get his life back, have a job, have his own home, be able to move about without being monitored. He's not a criminal. He didn't do nothing wrong except breathe. If you've ever been targeted just because you're different, you know what I'm talking about. I think he was targeted just because of his beliefs. And that doesn't make nothing, there's nothing wrong with that. We're all different. And that's what makes us all special. Please, somebody out there, if you hear me and hear this video, contact him, talk to him. He's looking for friends who will help him. He has no money to get a lawyer. He needs help. And if I had money, like I said, I would give it to him, but I don't. If you're a law firm or a lawyer and hears this video, please contact him. The facts speak for themselves. All the evidence is at the courthouse, and he has the evidence. Please, 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 somebody out there, listen to him. And Robin, this is for you. I believe in your story, and there's no doubt in my mind. You're an innocent man. I've been working on this video for days and days, and I never can find the words to put into speech. But I know there's a lot of good people out there. If you're one of those people who want to help and have the means, please help an innocent man. He's been accused of a crime he didn't commit. All I can do is tell you, please help him. He lives in Clovis, New Mexico, and you can get him through my webpage, his webpage, or Facebook pages. Thank you for listening to my video. God is blessed, and have a nice day.